On July 4th of this year, 2026, it became possible to contribute to Trump accounts. A Trump account is a savings account for a child under the age of 18, and it was created under the One Big Beautiful Bill. And so my question is, should you as a grandparent open a Trump account for your grandchild? And the answer is probably no. We're going to talk about who can open an account, who can contribute to the account, and can you as a grandparent contribute to an account for your grandchild? And then, does it make sense? Is this the place where you should put money aside for your grandchild? Now, the people that can open an account for a child has a very strict set of rules. If that child was born after January 1, 2025, then you as the grandparent can open the account only if they are your dependent. If they were born before January 1 of 2025, then you as the grandparent can open the account if there's nobody in line ahead of you that could open that account. And when you look at who would be in line ahead of you, that would be their parent, their legal guardian, an older sibling. If you know that those people are available to open an account, then you as the grandparent should not do that. Because when you open an account on behalf of a child under penalty of perjury, you're saying, I'm the person that has the right to open this account. Now, opening the account and contributing to the account are two different things. And you as the grandparent can contribute to the account. Let's talk about all the contributions that can go into the accounts. For all children born between 2025 and 2028 that are U.S. citizens, the federal government is going to contribute $1,000 to the Trump account. That's free money. Beyond that, family and parents can contribute $5,000 a year. Additionally, an employer can contribute $2,500 a year to an account, or a charity can contribute $2,500 to an account. So you need to know who is contributing to this account, how much room is available for you as a grandparent to contribute, because the amount per child per year is $5,000. That will grow over time because it's going to be inflation adjusted, just like the IRA contributions are inflation adjusted. So that will go up, but it is a limited amount. And you can contribute as a part of that, depending upon what other people are also contributing. When the money goes into the account, it must be invested in low-cost mutual funds or low-cost exchange-traded funds that invest in U.S. equities. So you want to think through how that's going to impact the portfolio over time. And that then begs the question, does it really make sense to contribute to a Trump account? Or is there a better option? And we have to think about, how would the money be used? How would it be taxed? When would it be available? So the money that goes into the Trump account cannot be taken out until the child is 18. It can't be pulled out to use for school under the age of 18. It is stuck in that account until they're 18. Once they're 18, then the child can take the full account balance for any reason whatsoever. You may not want them to have access to use it for any reason whatsoever, no questions asked, and you may want to have a little more control on that when they're older. When they pull it out, the money that family contributed will come out tax-free. But the free money, any money contributed by the government, plus all of the tax-deferred earnings, that's going to be taxed as ordinary income. Ordinary income is the least favorable taxation that we have available. If it's used for a exempt qualified purpose like education or $10,000 towards a home purchase, then there's no penalty. But if it's not used for that, it's used for just anything, then on top of the ordinary income tax, there's going to be a 10% tax penalty. And that continues all the way to age 59 and a half. That tax penalty doesn't go away until they reach age 59 and a half. So that's a very long time in the future. At age 59 and a half, then that 10% tax penalty goes away, but all of the gains are still taxed at ordinary income. And so all those years later, that could be a large chunk of money that hasn't had the taxes paid on it, that's going to be taxed at ordinary income. So let's consider then how this compares to other alternatives. How does this compare to the 529 plan? You as the grandparent can contribute to a 529 plan on behalf of your grandchild. You have no restrictions in setting that up, and you can contribute a lot more than $5,000. You can contribute up to the gifting limit, or 5 years the gifting limit in 1 year. So there's a lot of money that could go into a 529 plan. That money can be used before age 18 for education. It can be used for kindergarten, for private school, for tuition and supplies and books. It can be used beyond age 18 for college, for the bachelor's degree, the master's degree, a PhD. It can be used for vocational school, for training for their field. And when the money is used for any of these educational purposes, it comes out tax-free. So there's no tax on the amount that was paid in, and no tax on the earnings if it's used for these educational reasons. If there's still money left, it hasn't all been used up for education, then up to $35,000 can then be transferred into a Roth IRA on behalf of that grandchild, and the Roth IRA can then grow tax-free going forward. So when they reach retirement age, they have a bucket that is tax-free to pull from versus a bucket that's going to have a lot of ordinary income tax to pay to use the money for retirement. So in my opinion, the 529 plan gives a lot more flexibility, a lot more options, both while the child is in school as well as for their retirement. I hope that it helps you think through what you want to do for your grandchildren. If you have any questions, feel free to send me an email. And if you're curious about how I work with my clients and their families, just go to my website, www.bestpathadvisors.com. And while you're there, if you're interested in scheduling a free conversation just to get to know each other, see if we'd be a fit, you can do that while you're on the website. So with that, I hope that you and your family are on your best path.